So they just got a big shipment on Friday. I heard it's fucking better than the original shipment. Hopefully my buddy goes out to LA next week and picks me up a couple packages, and we'll
Josh Thompson, my left. We got Brian, the Kid Count, finally making an appearance on Calabasas Fight Companion. And MMA royalty, the legend, Rampage Jackson.
Could make the black man.
And he's super nice in person.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
He's so nice.
And of course, my man Bradley Martin here.
Damn, I can't follow up after that one.
I'm sorry, you know what? I
That
probably
was
should
tough.
have.
You should have went me first and then him last.
You got a diamond bracelet and you're pulling it off.
Oh yeah, this right here.
I'm surprised you're not at the fight, man. Usually, like, you know, you were at the. Where were you?
Pretty
last
much
time?
all
you
the
were,
other
you were
fights.
with like Sugar Sean.
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
with Takashi.
It was
You were with
crazy.
those boys.
Yeah, with the whole team.
But
the
this
whole
one,
gang.
you decided to lay low.
I needed to be back in LA for some time.
Really?
Yeah, because working on my podcast.
Yes, about
Key,
time.
key. That's right.
About
You already
time.
know. You already know.
About time.
So, I've been slacking on that one. I can't slack on it anymore. It's been bad.
You gotta stay consistent, my man.
Let me make sure these light bills stay on. We got a bunch of smooth operators around the table tonight, thanks to Manscaped, the official electric trimmer of the UFC. You know we've got the viewers from around the galaxy. When your balls are bush-free, it's an out-of-this-world experience. So get ready. Take off with Manscaped and their new Lawnmower 4.0. Join the 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and trim with confidence. All the thick boys tonight get 20% off and free shipping with the code CFC at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code CFC at manscaped.com. We got the link and code in the bio. All right, boys, it's going down. This is the biggest fight in a long time. I mean, UFC's kind of been laying low. Also, you know, biggest fight. I saw you're like, what? But I'm just saying,
What,
like,
what?
well, I'm just saying, like, as far as like the UFC hasn't had any like big pay-per-views. It's been like fight nights.
Oh, yeah.
So this is kind of what everybody's been waiting for.
I thought the Conor McGregor fight was pretty big.
That was last time, yeah.
Two and a half
That was
months
a big one.
Yeah, that was a big one.
That was a big one. But I'm just
2
saying,
months
like,
ago.
since then there hasn't been like
since then,
a
no.
blockbuster.
Well,
card.
you're like, what have they done for me lately type of guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I feel you.
Yeah, I like the
Does
fight
anybody
nights.
have any inside info on this fight? Does anybody know like anything about Jake Paul's fight camp? I mean,
I know a little bit.
okay.
The guy that's fighting on the card tonight, he's fighting Tyson's Fury brother.
Yeah, Tommy Fury.
Tommy Fury.
Timepiece.
Oh, okay.
He was on Love Island.
Yeah, I saw
Cute
I
kid.
saw the guy posting something about him being on Love Island, like
Yeah.
making out with a dude or something.
I
It's-
watched that
it's-
episode.
well,
Maybe
anyway.
that was behind the scenes.
I don't know. I saw it on the
That
guy.
sounds like a rumor, Rampage.
No. I saw it on Pretty Boy's Instagram page. He made like a meme, like a funny thing. The guy's funny.
Like clowning him.
Yeah, he was clowning him. But anyway, I trained with that guy at Tony McKee's gym, and he said he's been sparring with. That's how he got in the fight. He's been sparring with Jake Paul.
Yeah.
And he said Jake Paul's the real deal.
You know what's weird is every single person I know who's like worked with Jake Paul or watched him spar, everyone's like, dude, the guy's the real deal. Everybody.
that's what he
I
said.
haven't heard one person like, I can't really fight. Never.
Do you know what I keep going back to? When Rory McDonald fought Tyron Woodley, got in his grill, and just kept jabbing him, and Tyron Woodley had some trouble with that. So
And you think Jake Paul's as talented as
I
Roy
do
McDonald?
not think that. I do not think that, and I'm glad you said that. However,
No, I see what you're saying.
I am saying if I'm Jake Paul, I'm thinking to myself, that jab, when he was in his prime, he had trouble with that jab. Now, Jake Paul's got a long jab. I haven't seen him box, really. Let's be honest. We haven't
No
seen
one.
him yet.
But that's my thing. Like
Yeah.
no one. Like you. No one at this table can tell me that Jake Paul's
No.
a real boxer. Like
No.
we saw him starch Nate Robinson. That guy. Basketball player. Starch Ben Askren. Ben Askren was there for a paycheck. So my thing is, we have no idea how Jake's gonna react when he gets hit, if he gets dropped, if he's behind 4 rounds. Like that shows a true fighter. You know
Right.
this more than anyone. Like when you're down on the cards, like a fighter's heart is what's gonna make it or break it. And I'll say this. And the reason why I put a lot of money on Woodley is because
You
if-
put money on Woodley.
a ton
I
of
love
money
that
on
you
Woodley.
did that.
Because A, he's UFC alumni, but also B, if he comes ready, like if he mentally wants to be there and compete, he should beat the shit out of Jake
Okay,
Paul.
so now I have to ask this question.
Bring it.
Is this a real fight?
How dare you?
How
dare you?
I'm just saying, listen, if this guy gets more fights, he's worth more and more money. He's a prize. He's making himself to a prize boxer.
You're right.
So, like,
I can
just
see
have
how
to,
that's a narrative, but my only thing is Woodley,
you got
this
it.
would be such a black eye on his entire career if he gets knocked out by the kid who had a Disney show. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get
Woodley's
it.
not going to play that game. So when they come to Woodley, go, hey, man, here's $5 million where they're paying him to take a fall.
How much money is it?
Woodley's probably making $10 million, I bet.
Is that the biggest payday of his career?
Yeah.
And is he done with his career, seemingly? Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
So-
He'll make more if he wins. There's a guaranteed rematch clause. So if Woodley wins, they have to fight again. That's the deal.
Oh, okay. So that does make it more interesting.
Yes.
I didn't even know about that.
And if you know, and Woodley's a good buddy of mine. He doesn't play this game.
Okay, so then-
I'm telling you, he's not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
do it.
Okay, so
he's a real one.
Yeah, he won't
he's
sell
real.
out like
Okay, but
that.
let me ask you a difficult question. You got money on him. You love him. He's awesome. Would you say in the past 4 years, maybe 3 years, he hasn't been, his enthusiasm for the fight hasn't been what it was?
And he was on Food Truck Diaries when I went to Miami before the Logan Paul Floyd fight.
Right.
And we did it next to the pool. That's what I told him. I said, bro, I'm not trying to like make fun of you or nothing, but I said, sometimes I'll see you in the middle of the fight. Like, look at the clock, bro. Like, you just seem checked out. And he's like, yeah, I am. He's like, I just haven't felt like doing it. And he was like, I've also been wilding out, bro. He's like,
do you think
he's
he had
like,
enough
I was
time to train
partying
for
all
this?
the time. This one, he's taking serious. From what I hear, he's been taking it very serious. Text with him, he's taking it dead serious. So, and also, I know Woodley's background's wrestling. Woodley can box, dude. Like, he's been at Wildcard for a hot second.
My friend said, if I was in Woodley's corner, I would pay Jake Paul to say as many bad things about his mom as possible.
Oh, you don't mess with Mama Woodley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause that got him
$1,000.
going.
Jake Paul is gonna win.
Oh, deal.
I couldn't
Just like
pass
that.
it up. I
Just
couldn't
like
pass
that.
it up.
Yeah, that's why I
I
love
couldn't-
So you're
that.
taking Jake Paul.
That's why I love
yeah, I
it.
couldn't pass it up. Fuck. Sorry.
Now, am I out 11 grand if Jake Paul wins? Yeah, I am, dude. Yeah, I am.
Ooh.
Hit 10
But you know
grand on
what?
Woodley.
I love that you're going with your boy Woodley.
I got it.
I'm going with Woodley. You can't turn your back on him.
You know
No,
what?
you
I
can't.
suffer from peer pressure and I don't have a lot of
Okay, but what
characters.
about what about the size difference?
Yeah.
It's a big
he's
size
taller,
difference.
but Woodley's a big dude, man. Like, Woodley's jacked.
Yeah, but I
And-
mean,
and
literally
this other
jacked,
thing, Woodley has power, dude. Like, Woodley's an athlete.
Go ahead and take a look at Woodley's legs and ass. That's
No,
where his
look,
power
I know he's got power. I'm not saying he doesn't have power, but
Hey,
I'm just
but-
saying
but-
physical body weight.
Yeah. Yeah,
But,
Jake
tell,
might
but tell
be
me, tell me
big,
who have you seen Woodley starch in one shot? Not once.
I have.
who?
What's that kid's name? What's
Koscheck?
Nope. He
Cost check.
hit him with the three
Well,
piece.
didn't
That
he
was a
not-
three-piece?
Yeah,
What about
he hit him
Robbie
one
Lawler?
time, kind of stunned him a little bit. They had to
this guy
finish him with
fucking-
two punches.
Robbie Lawler.
Go fuck
Robbie
yeah.
Lawler. He knocked Robbie Lawler into the corner, and that was that.
Yeah, yeah, I guess you would say Lawler would be probably
Yeah.
the next
Well,
one.
yeah,
He
Robbie
hit
got a
Robbie. Yeah,
chin.
he hit Robbie with a nice shot and
Yeah.
actually set it back on the fence.
And he hooked somebody else into.
So you don't think Woodley has power?
No, I don't think he has the one crunch power. Now what you have to remember though too is he's not wearing 4-ounce gloves. He's going to be wearing 10-ounce gloves. So that's the other thing.
Are
So
these
you
10
saying
or
not
Paul,
too
you saying
worried
Paul
about
got the knockout power in this fight?
Well, I mean, look, Ben Askren hasn't been knocked out except with the flying knee.
his chin is gone
and
after that
but now
flying
he
knee.
is. His chin was gone after that fight. So
And he didn't even train. Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean. So like, he's been known to have a good chin for all the damage. So look at the Robbie Lawler fight. He got rocked. He was getting his ass beat on the ground everywhere. Still didn't go out. Still came back. Suspect win, with the choke and
So
early
it
stoppage.
sounds like you're siding with Jake Paul.
I'm not siding with
You're a
Jake Paul.
traitor,
I'm
but
saying
that's
no.
Yeah, you're traded to the
I'm
board.
saying up to the first 3 rounds, I got T Wood.
So-
After the third round, I think it's going to start going.
Opposite.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
24 years old versus 39 years old. Talk to me about conditioning.
24-year-old who's never been in late
39-year-olds that never has boxed before.
But he used to 5 minute rounds though.
I get what you're saying, but
Yeah, but you're
boxing
talking about a
rounds,
39-year
boxing rounds are not the same. There's no clinching. There's no holding. There's
Oh,
no
he-
wrestling.
he'll be able to do
I've
some
sparred with
clinching.
Robert Guerrero, the Ghost. I've sparred with a lot of top boxers. I'm telling you right now, once he starts
break
trying to
it up.
grapple him, they break it up.
They break it up.
That's
The
going to be the
ref's
rest.
gonna do
That's
that.
his rest period. Is when he starts to get tired. He will tend to
Josh, so
hold.
you tell me you're banking on
I think Woodley
Jake
needs-
Paul, who's never been in championship rounds ever, and mentally we have no idea how he's going to respond.
I agree with
Let's say
you.
he gets
I
clipped.
agree with you.
You're going to side with
He
that
also-
over a
he
guy in
also-
Woodley, who's a Hall of Famer.
He also trains with a lot of top level boxers. They're professional, world champions,
Mm-hmm.
former world champions. And they've said, no, he's got the gas tank, he's got the go.
But are they,
And
are they cracking him, though,
You
Josh?
just told me a second ago, everyone you talk to say he's a good boxer.
But this
legit.
but inside the ring, inside the practice.
Yeah.
We're talking about
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah.
I'm
We're
saying
talking
what
about
Pretty Boy
practice.
said. Pretty Boy
But
said that
when was the
they
last
go
time you
at him.
saw T Wood
go
go
at him.
real hard
That's
on
what
the
he told
paint
me. I asked
for the
the same
full
question.
duration?
Really?
3
Not too
years.
long ago.
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
gym.
And I've known T Wood for a
They
long
pay
time.
him
Trained at AK, trained with him out at BJ Penn's place. We've been friends for a long time. It just, at 39 years old, like I have to touch back on what you said. The motivation, I know sure he's motivated for this, but how much does motivation get you through when you're 39 years old? The conditioning, the body, he's
feel
carrying
like
the
a lot.
muscle.
I feel like a
We're
lot.
going to find out.
Yeah,
We're going to
I
find
think
out.
it's 100% real fight.
I think 100% is
No, he's not like just getting
No,
back.
no.
No, we know.
How do you sure?
I know
You're
Woodley,
gonna, with
man.
boxing, you'll
And
see
in
that.
Showtime when
They're
it plays
prone.
that game, I'm telling you, Showtime when it plays that game. That gets out, everybody's
Seems like it just makes
I
sense.
love
You,
these
you know
guys
why?
that
Because
type
you
of
come
thing.
from the YouTube world. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
well, that's
Where
what
everything's
like
smoke
Jake
and
Paul
mirrors.
lives in that world.
But you know what doesn't live in
Chin.
that world? The fight game. Especially a guy like
I mean,
Woodley.
is it changing?
can I have
They're
the
even
whistle,
talking
please?
about in this that the fight game is changing. The whole thing is about
This is
that.
they're gonna try to knock each other out.
You know what's weird about this, like this YouTube crossover with the fight world, is I think all of it stops if Jake loses. If Jake gets starts, there'll be a rematch.
That's
sure.
what I'm
But
saying.
it all
That was-
stops.
You think so?
Yep.
That could-
That's what I'm saying, though.
Jake Paul's the face of it.
But why would they
It will
want
all
this to stop then?
They don't, but again, you can't.
I don't know, man.
Nah, I see where you're coming from, but I just don't think like Woodley's not going to partake in that because this would be the biggest black guy of his career. No pun intended. It'd be the biggest black guy if he gets starched by Jake Paul.
No, this is a real fight, dude.
No, it's a real fight.
This
For
is
sure it's a
gonna
real
be
fight.
real fight. This is not
For
like
sure.
you'll see.
Let's say it is real. Who do you have?
Woodley.
I go with Woodley only because I've seen him fight a ton. I've never seen.
That's my thing.
Jake
I'm
Paul
not going
fight.
to put money, and I
But
love.
notice I bet 1,000 on Jake Paul because I so believe in the fact that they want more fights like this.
Oh, for business?
Absolutely.
Jake's their
Yes.
cash cow.
Yeah.
Jake's their Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Like the better he does.
I understand what he was saying because look at his last opponent.
He hasn't fought like
They
someone
haven't
who's
fought
lined up
nobody
with
that
him.
they can actually beat him. This is his first time somebody actually possibly could beat him.
And it's
Real
still
test.
someone smaller though, and it's still someone smaller and
Exactly.
older,
He's
and
got-
also not.
Oh
an
no,
older.
it's brilliant matchmaking, but like Jake Paul's team's not stupid. Like people think these guys are stupid.
Of
He's
course.
got
I don't think
real,
they're
he's
stupid at
got
all.
real sparring partners who were former champions and stuff apparently in his reign.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Two of the guys. The question I asked him is the question is, are those guys like when you're sparring with those guys, are they moving around with you or are they actually giving you real business?
Those boxers do really.
They
deal.
back
Yeah,
you
yeah,
crap.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Their first 4 rounds, they're like kind of like Muay Thai guys. They take the first 4 rounds to kind of warm up with each other. And then after the 4th round, 3rd or 4th round, they just start piecing you up.
So as a guy who's an MMA guy, you're going in there wrestler. You're not. If you're going in with guys who've been throwing a right hand since they were 7 in that mid distance as boxers, obviously, what happens to guys like you when you go in and train with real
So
boxers?
this is what I want to like. So I would go and spar with Robert Guerrero. He'd do 12 rounds. I would do the first 4.
Right.
I was like his warm up rounds.
Okay.
And I was in like the best shape, fighting 25 minutes with.
But he's not trying
like
to knock
fight-
your
getting
head
ready to
off.
fight for getting ready for like the 3rd or 2nd or 3rd fight with Gilbert. Phenomenal shape. By the 4th round, I was exhausted.
Yeah.
Exhausted. They're just their angles, their movement, the way they touch
Different
you.
sport.
I mean, they put me on the stinky leg anytime they want. Then I'd have, it's like they
Different
cut the
sport.
angle and I turn right into it. Boom.
Yeah.
It doesn't. The style of boxing. Now, I'm not saying that Jake Paul is that guy.
Right.
What I'm saying though is that one guy, when he is just focused on boxing, you're learning how to cut the angles. You're learning how to step off. You're learning how to counter off of the slips. Those are things that MMA guys don't do. They don't
You
just
think Woodley
focus
can pick
on.
that up though? He's been at Wildcard since 2009
2009.
with the highest level training.
Okay, but how has it looked lately? That's my point. Like,
But look who he's been fighting.
Vicente Luque.
That wasn't a good fight.
No, it was a great fight. It was a great fight.
He wobbled him.
I get what
No,
I get what you're saying.
Take
But he's,
Vicente Luque, who's a striker, and that was actually a good fight.
Who was before that?
You have Colby Covington, right, who just
Uh-huh.
kind of mopped the floor with him. Gilbert Burns, right, mopped the
Yeah.
floor with him, but all grapplers.
Yeah.
Mar Usman mopped the floor with him, all grapplers.
but I want to go back to the grappler.
Which one?
The one, Gilbert Burns.
Gilbert Burns.
Dropped him.
Yeah.
Hit him, rocked him.
Yeah.
Like, 4-ounce gloves makes a big difference.
Young and
Blocking.
crazy explosive.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
not
he
that
did
He ain't
the
that
same
young.
thing
He
to
ain't
Webber.
that
He's not
young.
that young.
And he's a jiu-jitsu guy. Now you're
Yeah,
comparing.
he's
Now
a
you're saying a
world-class
world-class
jiu-jitsu
jiu-jitsu
Yeah,
guy
but I-
has good enough hands to piece you up.
Well, he did to Wonderboy Thompson. He caught Wonderboy Thompson with overhand right or whatever.
Not really.
He hit him. He caught him.
No, he wobbled Kamaru Usman.
But he also
he
wobbled.
wobbled
No, he didn't wobble.
I promise.
He
No,
had
but
an
what,
uppercut.
but what I'm saying though is I'm saying a guy who doesn't really train boxing.
Yeah.
Jake Paul's been dedicated to boxing now. Let's just say 5 years, 4 years.
Right.
Okay, and now he's obviously taking it very serious because this is cash cow. This Showtime's paying him $15 million.
Yeah, he's making money.
Yeah, he's making money.
15 million.
Jake. You know, I think
Bro,
they're
can
paying
we
him
talk
15.
about? Have you ever seen the? So I'm all about building a guy up.
Yeah,
I
I thought I was straight.
Yeah,
Obviously.
no, I'm
Now
not when it
so
comes to Tommy Fury,
confused.
but I'm all about building a guy up, especially as he doesn't have a ton of experience. Obviously, his brother's Tyson Fury, who's the best boxer in the world. Have you seen the record of opponents that Tommy Fury has fought? I'm not even trying to make you guys laugh. The first opponent he's fought is 11 and 120.
Jeez.
That's a big problem.
Why is
The
that guy
next
still
guy,
fighting?
hold up, look at this. These are his opponents. Again, Tommy, I love you. 10 and 102. The next guy's 0 and 26.
Okay.
The next guy was 2 and 26. Then he fought a guy who's 0 and 11. Then fought a guy who's 0 and 9.
Tough
Then fought a
numbers.
guy who's 2 and 0.
Tough numbers.
And now he's fighting a guy who's 0 and 1.
Yeah, I heard the 2-0 guy took the fight in like 3 days notice or something like that. That's what Pretty Boy told me.
Those are not good numbers.
Yo,
Because I trained with
what
his
the
opponent.
fuck?
Oh
You want to
yeah.
bring a guy up?
And is he
slowly.
good?
He's an MMA fighter.
Okay. Yeah, man, I feel you.
What's with the coddling? Why do they
He's an
coddle him?
MMA.
Because
He's an
in
MMA
boxing,
You're very
they
diplomatic.
like I've heard of like building up, but that's
Yeah. Like you got to remember, like
I've
Julio
never
Cesar
seen him
Chavez and then Julio
I've
Cesar
seen
Chavez
him.
Jr. They had
What are you
like
talking about?
Yeah.
100-something fights before they even fought anyone with a winning record.
His fight
Yeah, that's what boxing does. So boxing, what they'll do is they'll